Buddy, how's it going? So real quick, just giving a little tutorial for Jurassic World Alive. Idea behind this is I haven't seen a lot of tutorials that go like in depth on walkthroughs on how you can do a little better. So for me, obviously first thing is DNA. You're going to want to dart everything in the beginning. Your goal is going to be to get as much DNA as possible so that you're able to get hybrids and uniques. Uniques are going to be the late game stage. So the first things first, DNA, dart everything. Next, you're going to have these supply drops. Obviously, I've already collected mine. But tip 1. So I don't know about you guys, but I live in a rural area and it's really hard to find the different dinos, and as you can see, the raids don't even appear on my screen. So real quick, if you click up on the top where your profile icon is, click on settings, and if you come down here to where it says real map enabled down here at the bottom right, click that and it'll pull you up on a different map. Here you can see I have access to a lot of different things. And unlike dinos, where if they're outside of the marker, you can't click on them to be able to access them, with raids you can. Another quick tip, up at the top left, you see those three little strike marks and that location mark? If you click on that, it'll give you a drop down bar of all the available raids for today. On there, if you click any one of the three, say Hadroslux, it'll pull it up. And then you'll have access to all the raids for the day. Okay, next tip, these strike events. Obviously, I've already completed mine. They're a really quick and easy way to get some bonus DNA for dinos that you don't have access to that wouldn't be available in your area at the bottom. And they're also a good way to get DNA that you don't currently have. Alright, so now we're going to go into another tip that I have for you guys. If you're just starting out, and this is more so towards my beginner friendly guys, your first dino that you're going to want to work towards is going to be the Indoraptor. And you can search it up. It'll tell you what you need if you click on it, once you have the set amount of DNA for it. So in order to get that, you're going to fuse the Indominus, Rex Gen 2. You're going to be looking for Tyrannosaurus Rex Gen 2 DNA and Echo DNA. Once you get all those guys kind of squared away, you'll fuse that, and then to get, Indoraptor, you'll get blue DNA, and then you'll merge that with, fuse that with your Indominus Rex Gen 2. That's going to give you that beginner growth. Okay, it's going to help you get that last stage on, I think it's day 7, where you have to have a legendary. Okay, another quick tip on that. If you're really struggling just to get that DNA, of course, if you already know this, you can skip ahead. You can come over here to your campaign. And let me see, I can't remember quite which mission it is. Epic test, I believe. Is this it? Yeah, okay. So you can see right here, you get blue. And if you just kind of scroll around on the different missions, you'll be able to find multiple instances where they give you bonus DNA for those two. Alright, now we're going to get into the battle. So you can see where I have this little 10 out of 10 right there. That's called the Daily Battle Incubator. And it's really convenient because even when you run out of your slots here for your incubators, you'll still be able to get the DNA from those. So you don't have to worry about losing that. Next, we're going to get into alliances. The first thing you should be doing once you get into the game is coming in to check to see if you have any donations. The cool part about donations is they get DNA and you get coins when you donate. And vice versa, you know. If you're trying to get a hybrid, which as you can see I'm requesting Sucatator, you can go ahead and request that and your alliance will typically come through for you and get you some bonus DNA. Right now I have to combine that with the Thylacator and I'm trying to get the Thylos Intrepidus. And the easiest way for me to do that is obviously to request DNA. Alright, on our next step here, we're going to come up to what's called shared sanctuaries. So as you can see, we have a double share here. Alistair and myself currently have Suchomimus in there. I'm requesting DNA, and I'm also throwing the dinosaurs that I'm requesting DNA for into my shared sanctuary. That way I have access to more DNA for them, as well as my alliance mates have access to more DNA for them. Little quid pro quo, if you will. Alright, we're going to get into another thing here. These are called cents. So the one cent that really kind of stands out is going to be your gigacent. You have access from your events to be able to get that. You can see it up there in the top left. You can get common cent and gigacent from those. Sorry, a little sick here. But every time you pop one, it gives a random chance to spawn certain dinos in the area that don't normally spawn there. And what I mean by that is there's a restriction per zone as to which dinosaurs you're actually able to dart. The gigacent, that rule does not apply. So say you want to get DNA for zone 1 dinosaurs, but you live in zone 2 and you don't have an easy access. And there's no good way for you to be able to get to them without obviously leaving the house. Then you could pop that gigacent and you would have access to it. Alright. And as far as the last thing I want to kind of hop onto here, it's going to be events. And along with those events, it's going to be the schedule for them. So right now, say the Isla event, which is going on, where you're trying to get through it. Occasionally there's going to be what's called the Isla Isle, sorry. And it starts out, you know, you're going to walk through, do a couple fights here, and then you're going to do a couple of drones. Same thing that you would normally run with. This is a fantastic way to get access to dinosaurs that you don't currently own. It's also a great way to get access to resources. So even if you know you're not going to be able to get the DNA for the target dinosaur from there, it's not a bad idea to finish a couple of stages just to get some extra coins and DNA. Alright. That being said, every day and every, I believe it's 6 hours, you'll be able to get a free incubator in the shop. Alright, last and final thing on that event portion here. Sorry. If you go to your mailbox and click over here, you'll be able to see any and all of the events coming up, as well as certain passes or fusions that'll be available throughout the map. And it's a great way to kind of get a head start on stuff that's not currently available. Well, that being said, I believe that concludes this video. Thank you guys.